Hey everybody, welcome to The Dose. My name is Brian. Lesson number 1 for tonight, a really easy one. If you're going to remodel the bathroom, do it in an old t-shirt. Because when you get paint all over you, you want to make sure it's on an old shirt. Listen, wearing this shirt reminded me of attitude. Because wearing this shirt reminded me of flying F-18s. And flying F-18s is something I did for a number of years in the Navy. And flying F-18s, one of the things you always talk about is the attitude of the aircraft. The attitude. How is the aircraft positioned? Now, in personal development, in our business, right, of personal growth and personal development and getting better, we talk about attitude being, having a positive mental attitude or a negative mental attitude. What does it really mean? I think that the attitude of an aircraft and the attitude that you and I carry into our daily lives when it comes to our health and wellness and fitness and finances, relationships and spirituality and all these things is not altogether different. You see, the attitude of an aircraft, we'll just take our trusty rusty F-18 Hornet model here. The attitude of an aircraft is, nose up, nose down, right wing down, left wing down, inverted, right? These types of things. This is the attitude of your aircraft, and the attitude of your aircraft determines where your aircraft ends up. You see, if the attitude of the aircraft is nose high, the aircraft is going to go where? It's going to go high. If the attitude of the aircraft is nose low, it's going to go where? It's going to go down. If the attitude of the aircraft is inverted, you better hope the pilot knows what the heck he's doing, right? Okay? My point is simply this. The attitude of this airplane determines where this airplane will end up. And you and I are absolutely no different. The attitude of an aircraft is nothing more than its position, its positioning in space. Your attitude is nothing more than your positioning, your mental positioning within the space of your own life. If your attitude is one of things are going to get better and I'm feeling blessed and my life is full of good stuff, in other words, if you have a positive or a optimistic attitude, you're going to have an upward trajectory. Just like if an aircraft has a positive attitude, it's going to have an upward trajectory. However, if you've got a pessimistic or a negative attitude, or an attitude that says the world is out to get me, the world is a hostile place, things just aren't going my way, if you've got an attitude that says negative, downward spiral, downward trajectory, your life is going to move in that direction. Just like if an aircraft has a negative attitude, it's going to proceed downward, right, towards the ground. And if you stay in that negative attitude long enough, you impact the ground. You end up as a smoking hole. That's not a good thing in an aircraft, right? That's not a good thing in an F-18 Hornet, right? Or even worse, guys, look, if your attitude is so out of whack that you find yourself inverted, then this is where life really begins to get tricky, because you see, when you're inverted, up equals down, and down equals up. If your attitude is so out of whack that up is down and down is up, in other words, if you're so upside down in your attitude that no matter what changes you seem to make, you seem to get the opposite effects in your life, then maybe it's time to reach out and get some personal assistance. There is nothing in the world wrong with asking for help. But I'm letting you know that your attitude, just like in an aircraft, the attitude of this aircraft will determine where it goes and where it ends up. And your attitude, your mental positioning in space, in the space of your life, will determine where you end up. And it is 110% about your attitude. This aircraft cannot climb without a nose-high attitude. And you cannot climb in your spiritual life, in your relationships, in your physical well-being, in your financial results, in your business results. You cannot climb the abundance ladder of results in your life without a positive mental attitude. So all the cliches aside, you're going to have a positive mental attitude. It's 100% true. You've got to have a positive, optimistic outlook on where your life is going, because if you don't, you'll end up a smoking hole like the other 97% of folks out there. And that's not for you and me. You know what we're doing? We're going to the top with the right attitude. Now go out there and make it a great day.